Happy Tuesday, everybody, which is sort of like, I don't know, Monday here in Raiderland, as we took yesterday off. Why? Because, well, it's an open date for the Red Raiders. And we figured we could probably get away with it on a Monday, and we'll see what happens. So here we are today, Tuesday's best helmet stickers. We got Tech Soccer Champions. Who knows what else we may get into. Looking forward to visiting with you guys tonight. Get in on the United Supermarkets text line if you are watching on YouTube or on Twitter X, 806-772-0197. That's the easiest way for you to begin your conversation with us tonight. You guys getting in on Facebook, glad to have you out there. We'll wait for a few more folks to get in. The early arrivals, you know what to do. You let us know the audio is good, the video is good. You give us hearts, you give us thumbs up, things like that, and then we're off and running. So let you guys get in. Val is there, Chris is there, as they begin making their way in today on a nice Tuesday once the rain quit, overnight. We're going to get some more, it looks like, overnight, so that's okay. We never turn our backs on a little free irrigation around these parts, even though it's coming at a time far too late for a lot of our cotton producers out here. But if you put down a little wheat right now, hey, this could come at a better time. So it's always good for somebody. So we'll take the rain right now. Yeah, we've got stuff to do today. We got champions. We've got Texas Tech football. Can you still move things forward with the program this year? Is it a lost season? I've heard some people say it's a lost season. Is it really a lost season? Oh, and the Texas Rangers are an unstoppable rolling ball of butcher knives, a juggernaut that Major League Baseball has never seen. And it is foretold that they will be led by a Red Raider in the year of Red Raiders in major championships. All right, let's get it going today, shall we? Let's make this happen here in the Arctic Air Studios, brought to you by Kyle Rogers Remax Realty. He's got some new properties in the Ropesville School District, Rockin' T Estates, 168 Foster Road. Check it out on his webpage. And, of course, by South Plains College. Many great Red Raiders started off as great Texans. The road to Raiderland runs through Levelland. Let's do it in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, where you start your day. Question of the day, Raiderland, hot links, anything and everything. You need to go to the website. If you missed it earlier today, go back. You can still weigh in, get in on a lot of the topics. We've got a lot of stuff happening today. Tech soccer, we'll celebrate them. Tech football, we asked the question, how do you move things forward from here this year? Or is it a lost year? Do you subscribe to the people that say, nah, it's a wasted year, it's a lost year? And then it's Tuesday. We have learned that Tuesday is the most underrated day of the week. So we ask you on Tuesdays, what's underrated? And then Tuesday's best, the question of the day, greatest TV duos of all time. All right? Ren and Stimpy. That's for you, Alan. I figure you're a Ren and Stimpy kind of guy. You seem like a Ren and Stimpy kind of guy. Greatest TV duos of all time. The TV actors, actresses, the TV pairings, the TV duos, greatest TV character duos of all time on Tuesday's Best. We give you a topic every Tuesday, sometimes sports related, sometimes not. And then you tell us what the answers are. Get in on the United Supermarkets text line, 806-772-0197. If you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, that's how we're able to see your comments. It's just like the radio show. We've got multi-streaming platforms, so we try to funnel as much stuff into one area as possible. Hi there, Stacy. Hi there, Chris. You guys, hopefully everybody having a really good day. We got almost an inch of rain around these parts overnight. It was really nice, slow rain. If that had happened in July a couple of times, people would be singing a different kind of tune around these parts. So, all right. So congratulations, Texas Tech soccer. You don't have to say women's soccer because it's the only soccer we got around here. The Red Raiders, easy for me to say, clinched the championship last night. First regular season title like this for Tom Stone. And it's just another example to me of Texas Tech, and the paradigm shift really kind of began about 20 years or so ago. And it really started with Wes Kitley and Texas Tech track and field. And it started to go and sprinkle out into some of the other sports. And maybe even really begin with Larry Hayes and Tech baseball when you get right down to it. That was a program that people said you'd never win big at Texas Tech. You'll never get great pitchers. You'll never get high-level baseball players because the wind blows and you can't fund the program. So maybe we even start it with there. BJ and the Bear, good call. I assume the Bear is, well, anyways, probably gone. The Talking Box is on. Best duo, Barney and Andy, no doubt. Solid duo. Yeah, the men's soccer club, but they're not really athletics, so no club teams count in mine. You got a 1 4/10, so not bad. Going down the road a little bit. Texas Tech football will not move the program forward this season. I asked the question, though, what can they do? How can they move the program forward? Or are you subscribing to the idea that as of right now, it's a lost season, that you gave away the season, you didn't move the program forward? We asked that. Bo and Luke Duke, good call. Just the facts, Chris. Just the facts. That's all we asked today. Great TV duos. I'm not going to say mine until the end of the show unless somebody gets it. And I don't know Roscoe P. Coltrane and then Cletus. Not Cletus T. Judd. What's his name? Enos. Oh, gosh. It was Enos, not Cletus. The actor who played Enos, yeah, was the motorcycle cop who pulls over Jerry Reed there as they come into Georgia in Smokey and the Bandit. Hal Needham put him in a lot of movies during that time frame. I think he was also in Cannonball Run too. Hey there, Brett. So a lot of different things going on. Soccer to me embodies just another program at Texas Tech that everybody said you couldn't win at. You could never be good at soccer. They started it as just a quasi attempt to become compliant in Title IX in 1993 or 1994. I can't remember which year was the first one. Yeah, he did have his own show for a bit. And they really didn't care about it. And it's just like, all right, we're going to do this. But because we have to, and here we go. How about those Rangers? Got it all the way. I said you couldn't be good at golf. The wind blows too much. You'll never get great golfers. Texas Tech, great at golf now. Well, because they said it couldn't be done. That's why we're doing it. Pretty simple. Archie and Edith Bunker, TV duos. That's pretty good. That's pretty good on there. Tennis, couldn't be good at tennis. Didn't even have facilities. Tim Siegel came along and said, I think we can do better than this. And obviously, Wes Kitley with Texas Tech track and field, the greatest example of, Tech as a program, Tech as an institution, Tech as an athletic department, never be good, never get high-level track and field athletes to come out to West Texas. Don't even bother. Why are we even trying? And here we are. Allen, it's a lost season. They can't go 6-6 or 7-5, so just call it. Try and save the recruiting class and go forward. Do what TCU could accomplish from 21 to 22. What was that? What did they accomplish? That's why I ignore all the naysayers that say Tech can't win in football. Yeah, you beat me to it. You can still do it. Crockett and Tubbs, Miami Vice, Miami nice. That's what I'm saying. You can get in on the text line brought to you by United Supermarkets, your tailgating headquarters. Meat specials, always look for the ad specials. Good stuff. Off the text line this season is a lot cause. I'm sure they mean lost. A lot cause, and you can tell this team is mailing it in with their undisciplined play and penalties. 60 minutes of trash. Are they really mailing it in? What if they're trying? Is that worse? Wheezy and George Jefferson. That's a good one. I think it depends on how healthy Morton really is. He's not healthy. He's beat to hell. 100% beat to hell. Sonny Pruitt, Will Chandler. Interesting. Yeah. So if you can do it in all these other sports, you can do it in football. Never got into Knight Rider. Never did a thing for me. when it comes to TV programs. Not a thing. Don't forget, on Tuesdays, it is the most underrated day of the week. You can tell us things that are underrated, sports or otherwise, things that are underrated in the world. Airwolf, another show. Never got into it. Anybody need anything else? Lobster, maybe? Clam chowder? Give me 500 on the Bandit. Larry and Balky, now we do the Maposian Dance of Joy. Highly underrated. And a highly underrated dance move, if anybody can still do the Maposian Dance of Joy. I have a tendency to kill. Is Bronson Pinchot dead? I do this all the time. I kill off people that are alive, and I think people that are dead are alive. It's really a bad habit of mine. Why do I think Bronson Pinchot may have passed? Surely he's not dead, right? He's not dead, is he? And I can't even think of the guy who played Larry. Balky, great character. He is still alive. Good for him. He needs a show. Greatest TV duos all time is Tuesday's Best. You can give us your top two on that. That's Tuesday's Best. You get two best examples of anything. We're also talking tonight. What more do you want to say about the Rangers? I already said Ren and Stimpy for you. Or were you not paying attention earlier? What more do you say about the Rangers? Adolis Garcia. What was it? What was the record? 15 RBI in the series. Ridiculous. Dale Gribble and conspiracy theories. Rest in peace, Rusty Shackelford. He was in Beverly Hills Cop. Yes, he was. He wasn't just a one-trick pony. He was in a lot of stuff. So things that are underrated. Hopefully the kid is bringing me some underrated hot wings. I tried this. Okay, so I like hot wings. I like hot wings, right? From here, it's possible to go to the World Series. Yep. Tech needs to buy some signage, do what they do with the College World Series, and do what they do with the Kansas City Chiefs, and see if they can get in and buy some signage or something there at the new ballpark in Arlington, and take advantage of that. Perfect strangers. He wasn't Jewish. Now you're derailing me. You know, you're derailing me. They need to do some marketing, because it's foretold that it's the year of the Red Raider. You know, Josh Young is going to be the MVP of the World Series now. Kimosabi said, "Kiss my ass. I bought a boat. I'm going out to sea." Emily Jones and Josh Young. Great TV duo. Very good. Funny. Very funny. Anyways, the hot wing deal. So about 2 weeks ago or so, I was like, all right, I need some hot wings, you know. So, and this is not a promotional announcement. This is not bagging on them. This is just kind of the progression of what we did. So, like at Buffalo Wild Wings, my go-to would probably be mango habanero, right? Okay, mango habanero. It's pretty, and I don't know where you guys fall on how hot you like stuff or anything else, but for me, it's wheelhouse. It's nice. It's a good everyday hot wing. It's got some spice, but it's got the good sweetness to it. So they're not at Buffalo Wild Wings. They go to Wingstop. Got nothing against Wingstop. Wingstop, great fries, all that good stuff. Anything. So they had a mango habanero on their menu. And I said, oh, that'll be good. So I get the mango habanero. Long story short, just no heat whatsoever. No heat. Didn't have any heat to it. So tonight I'm going with the Atomic. Has anyone ever had the Atomic wings from Wingstop? I'll report back later on and let you know. But I'm like, I got to try something that's got a little bit of heat to it, something. Because the mango habanero didn't do anything. It was mango without the habanero. That's what it tasted like. It really was. There was no habanero, just mango. Fraser, now's good TV duo, the Neurotics. Brett wants to know, who would I like to see the Rangers play? Don't care. They're in the World Series. Play the Phillies. For me, Phillies, only because it goes back to a time in my youth in the 70s and early 80s where it seemed like, and I was a huge fan of Mike Schmidt and the Phillies and Steve Carlton, then Tug McGraw. You may know him better as the father of Tim McGraw. But it seemed like the Phillies were always every other week or so on the NBC Game of the Week. There with Tony Kubek on the call, playing like the Dodgers or the Reds or somebody. It was like for some reason, I felt like it was always the Phillies there. So I'd rather see the Phillies. Is Atomic more heat? The Atomic is more heat than flavor. That's fine. I need something to open me up. I fell down into a burning ring of fire. A place in Buffalo, New York that paints on their hot wing sauce. Paints on their hot wing sauce on the wings. They're playing paints on? You mean like paints on? I don't know what that means. Help me out. Off the text line. You know? Texter, you got the Atomic, you might die. It's a black pepper, it'll eat right through you. Well, I guess we're going to find out. I need really anything that'll open up my sinuses and allow me to breathe for about 4 or 5 hours to get some sleep. That'd be very nice. I can deal with the stomach pains or anything else that may come from that. You know, if it's too hot, I'll just dip it in some blue cheese and we'll be off and going. We'll know if the kid like calls and says, I can't bring them home in the truck. They're in the back. You think the Philly fanatic will have a say in the World Series? Always does. Always does. Let me make sure that's fanatic and not phallic. That'd be totally different. It's the Philly phallic. That was the mascot. Well, anyways. Greatest TV duos of all time. We can discuss that with you. Underrated things on Tuesday. Tuesday, the most underrated day. Don't forget tomorrow, Wednesday, Ask Coach Hyatt. And we're asking tonight, what can move the program forward the rest of this year? Now, obviously, Texas Tech football could still get hot and make a bowl game. But what moves the program forward? Is it some young players that emerge, perhaps? Is it an offensive line that maybe begins to get better? What are the things that you can see from here with this team? Or are you of the opinion that it just didn't work out? The offensive line wasn't nearly as good as we thought it would be. The wide receiving core is what I thought it was, which is a pretty average wide receiving core. That you've got a good running back, whatever. Showing some fight, says Chris. That is psychological. That it's not wins and losses. It's, as we say around here, it's not always what you do, it's how you do it. Off the United Supermarkets text line, underrated, Cliff Kingsbury, next USC coach. Have we not told you guys this? Have we not said that he would be the next USC coach? Have we not talked about how Cliff Kingsbury always fails up? Lincoln Riley has, he's got the Caleb Williams and USC sucks flu. So he's missed a couple of days of practice. And when he leaves to go to the NFL because he doesn't want to coach in the Big Ten, and he fails upward in a nice way, the man who used to be from West Texas. Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury sitting right there. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll be the head coach. That Lincoln Riley wants to go wherever Caleb Williams goes. And if it is Chicago, then because Chicago would absolutely hire him. And then there's Cliff just going, yeah, I can be the coach. I've been the coach like 3 or 4 different times here. What do you want to do? Yeah, we'll just roll right in. I believe I saw today where he is a consultant that I think they're trying to get whatever legal waiver, not legal or whatever, that he can be an actual on the field coach this weekend if Lincoln Riley can't go. Not the next Chargers head coach, probably. Don't think it'll be the Chargers head coach. He would have had a better shot of taking over from McVay in a weird sort of way there. But the Chargers are highly dysfunctional. But no, unless you're talking about Lincoln Riley, not going to be the Chargers head coach. He's going to go where the Caleb Williams goes. And then Caleb Williams, who wants 75% ownership in any NFL team that drafts him because he has no idea how the NFL works. And they say stupid stuff. It'll be all good. And that's how it works. Greatest TV duos of all time. Nobody's gotten mine so far in the great TV duos, which I'm a little surprised those who know me and occasionally those who know me jump on this broadcast. No one's gotten this one yet. But best TV duos, you can give us two. Well, I mean, you don't have to give us just two on here. Underrated things. We're talking Texas Tech football. The glorious time for an open date. That's what you always want as a head coach. You want the open date to be after you've had two soul-robbing, manhood-crushing losses. Oh, Edith, Starsky and Hutch, yeah. Not the one I'm talking about. You know. Does Caleb Williams still paint his fingernails before the game? Only when playing Utah. Off the United Supermarkets text line. Okay, so we go MASH. And is Hawkeye and Trapper John or Hawkeye and BJ Honeycutt? The man from Mills Valley, California. Real quick, Hawkeye and Honeycutt, Hawkeye and Trapper John. Which one? Trapper John, very short time on the show. Wayne Rogers, God rest his soul, who became a great financial advisor. And if you don't have his books, you need to read his books. How is Bye looking this year? Well, on one hand, and then on the other hand. Johnny Fever and Les Nessman. See, I would have gone Johnny and, Venus Flytrap. Although you could have gone Jennifer and Bailey. Team Bailey quarters here. Always and forever Team Bailey quarters. The longer running duo was Hawkeye and BJ. I always like BJ better than Trapper. See, I always like Trapper better than BJ. I thought the by far funnier episodes were the first 3 seasons, first 2.5, 3 seasons of MASH. It's all great, but there was just a rawness to it those first 2 seasons. It was fantastic. Off the text line, best non-TV duo, Dunham and Miller. Never heard of them. Ginger and Marianne? They're really a duo? Did they even like each other? We don't know. It's hard to say. They get thrown together on what was supposed to be a 3-hour tour. 3 hours. And yet the Howls packed for months. Months, I tell you. They knew. Because they were part of the Illuminati. You got that kind of money in the 1960s, the late 50s, 1960s. They've got that kind of money. They knew. They knew. That's why they packed that way. I think they were hiding out. Nicely done, Alan. Alan gets a gold sticker today. Not that anybody knows who David and Maddie are. Probably. Hey, David Collier must be done with KMAC 28. Action News. There you go. Yeah. Dogs are getting excited. I wonder if that means if my atomic wings are getting closer or not. I mean, the mango habanero didn't even have like a warm, when you sniff something, you go, wow, that's going to be spicy. That's going to be hot. It didn't even have that. And I'm not talking bad about Wingstop at all. It just, I was looking for something with a little bit more heat. We didn't really get it that night. We'll see what we got. Ooh, I probably should have turned on the oven. Went boneless on this one. And here's the reason. I got the bone in a few weeks ago there with Wingstop, and they were all right. The bone-in wings right now are so hit and miss still. Even all these years later after supply chain issues and, the death of so many chickens nationally that, quite frankly, a lot of times you're just getting better chicken. You're getting a better value with the boneless. I'm not anti-bone-in. I'm not pro-boneless. I'm just like, whatever's going to give me the better value. So I went boneless tonight. Sorry I'm late. Could you do your NBA preview again? Yes, I would like to. But we have to load manage the NBA preview tonight, and I cannot do it. Texter, do atomic wings ever have a negative result on your innards? I don't know. I've never had them from Wingstop. I guess we're going to find out. And again, nothing against Wingstop. Just hadn't had them. Yeah, we were going to do a huge NBA preview. By the way, today is a sports solstice kind of day. We have all 4 major sports going. If you marry up college and NFL football with college football tonight, NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball, all of them going. Playing, still playing. They never stop. So David and Maddie, anybody know their last names? Anybody know the show that he was referencing? How could you not? Yeah, all 4 of the majors tonight. I mean, hey, if you've got like a 2-team NHL parlay tonight, you know you're back. Yes, moonlighting. David Addison, Maddie Hayes, Madeline Hayes. It was the rebirth of Sybil Shepherd's career there in the mid 80s. Not that it was really that bad. And then, of course, that Bruce Willis guy kind of launched him into stardom and everything else. I thought it was one of the greatest, most well-written shows, TV all time. They did a fantastic job. They, I saw that. It's coming on Hulu. They broke the fourth wall quite a bit, which was pretty revolutionary. I mean, directly speaking, not just the look. Don Knotts broke the fourth wall. Norman Fell broke the fourth wall. Going back to Three's Company a little bit. Yeah. Back when Bruce Willis had hair. Not a lot, but he had some hair. But it was so well written. The dialogue was fantastic. NHL or Major League Baseball had better playoffs. NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs, the greatest postseason, the greatest playoffs. You never hear anybody growing a Major League Baseball postseason beard. Nobody's growing a best of 5 beard, David breaks the fourth wall every night. That's because you're not taking your medication, David. So if you take your medication, you wouldn't have to worry about that. It wouldn't be an issue. And it's hard though. You reach a certain age, and you can just be standing there on TV, and all of a sudden you break the fourth wall. Nobody wants that to happen. Greatest Moonlight episode: Atomic Shakespeare. I would say Atomic Shakespeare if we were ranking those episodes. All right, a couple more minutes left. We congratulate Texas Tech Soccer again for proving once again that any sport is capable of winning at Texas Tech, and it's been proven numerous times, and that's why football has no excuse. Literally, every sport has won at a high level just about over the last couple of decades, It's just, it's just time for football. Here you go, Collier. How many bits a day does Collier play on Ron? I'm not sure what bits mean, but let's just be honest. I've Collier still on. They hate each other. They've hated each other for years. There's a reason why David Collier has repeatedly left KMAC at different times in his career and then come back, and it's solely the hatred that he has for Ron Roberts. It has nothing to do with Brian Mudd being a power player, as so many people have said. And of course, Lauren Motter, known as the silent assassin around the station, that people just cease to exist. No, it goes to the deep-seated 100% ingrained hatred that those two have for each other, and that occasionally has to leave. Brett says when make Major League Baseball have NHL rules, if they want to fight, let them do it when it goes to the ground. It's over. Yeah, no third man in, goes to the ground, protect them. I'd like to see more beanballs in baseball. That's just me. Football has no excuse either, because you'll never convince me Baylor and TCU have more resources than Tech, and they don't. They do not. They don't have any more recruiting advantages or disadvantages. Those things are all gone. I thought you were legally barred from saying that weatherman's name. No, that was like a restraining order that expired after a certain amount of time. What do you call that? A TRO? So yeah, that's expired. I can say the name now. There's a place in Southlake called Duff's Wings. They serve Duff's beer there. Really good classic hot wing sauce. Dare you say it's elite? I don't know. Is it Matt Wells elite? Kirby Hocutt elite? Why is everyone jumping on Taylor Swift? I don't know. Is that even legal? I didn't read the whole thing there. Apparently on the text, there's something about jumping on Taylor Swift. I have no idea what that means. If they don't have Duff's beer there, we can't have it. Joe Flacco was elite for 1 year, and it was the 1 year I had him as my starting quarterback in fantasy football. What was that, like 2011, 2012, somewhere through there? And I won my league with Joe Flacco. And of the 4 different times I won my fantasy football league over the years, the most proud I am. Did I do it with Brett Favre? I did. Did I do it with Peyton Manning? I did. But I also did it with Joe Flacco. That proves that I'm better than Bill Belichick, right? That it wasn't just the quarterback that made me elite. I made the quarterbacks elite. I did. All right, you guys are the best. We got to shut it down. Tomorrow, another 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary. Check it out, theraiderland.com. We will have Bandwagon Wednesday ready to go for you tomorrow, so be ready for that on the show and on the website. Don't know what else we might have. We first have to say goodbye to the people on YouTube and on Twitter Live. It asks us, do we end the stream?